What's going on, everybody? David Delano with Winners and Winers. Football season's coming up, and I'm going to go ahead and get into my predictions for the AFC North. We're going to talk about each and every division, but we're going to go ahead and start with the AFC North. I'm going to give my predictions, over under win total for each team, and where I think the value is for the division winner, and I'll let you know which plays I like better than others. All the odds I'm going to be giving on this video are on Bet Rivers. If they seem a little juicy or the totals seem different. As of August 9th, Wednesday, all of these odds are available on Bet Rivers. If you don't have an account with Bet Rivers, you can sign up on Winners and Winers /betting. They're giving in most states a risk-free bet, I should say. If your first bet loses, you get a second bet. To retry up to $100 in most states. Some states a little bit more. In Louisiana, for example, it's up to $500. I don't know how much longer it's going to be the $500, so you might want to take advantage of that with Bet Rivers. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. First, I'm going to go with the projected order of finish here, and I'm going to take first the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to go under 9.5 wins. Bet Rivers has it at minus 130. After finishing 8-9 in 2021 and 7-9 last season, there's a lot of pressure on Kevin Stefanski. Browns brought in Jim Schwartz as the defensive coordinator. But I just cannot trust the Browns to win 10 games. And they have to go 10-7 to get the over here. And I just don't like that. I know Deshaun Watson. It's going to be exciting to see him with a full season. But, this is a guy who's only played 6 games over the last 2 seasons. You look at his last 22 games as a starter, 7-15 record. Not saying that that's all Deshaun Watson's fault, but, also he needs help. Of course, his Browns team is talented, but they've been talented. And just have a history of finding ways to lose winnable games. They've only won more than 10 games once in the last 15 seasons. Schedule is pretty tough. AFC North is always going to be tough. Some of their home games are going to be difficult. They got the 49ers at home, the Jaguars, Bears, and Jets at home. It's going to be tough. And, road games, some of the road games they have to travel to Seattle and Denver, which is going to make those games more difficult. I don't see Cleveland getting the 9 wins. I think that they're going to go 8-9. So I like the under 9.5 at minus 130 for the Cleveland Browns. Best bet in this division, I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers over 8.5. I made a video last year taking the Pittsburgh Steelers over 8.5. A lot of people didn't like it. It did not look too good when the Steelers got off to their 3-7 start, and then they won 6 out of their last 7 games. Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season. I'm not going to expect him to have a losing season here. I think the Steelers could get to 10 wins. I really do. It's a little juicy, minus 150 on Bet Rivers, but I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers over 8.5 wins. I think this team's going to be better than they were last year, and they still found a way to win 9 games. So now, this one here, look, I'm going to this is not going to be my best bet, but my long shot. Let's go ahead and get into this. I think that the Ravens and Bengals, when I look at these schedules, I think that they both can go 11-6 here. And with that, we don't know how hypothetical tiebreakers will work out. I'm actually going to take the Baltimore Ravens to win the North at plus 220, and Bet Rivers has them at 9.5, a juiced 9.5 at minus 175. But I like the Ravens over 9.5 wins. Last season they went 10-7, despite Lamar Jackson missing the final 5 games. They went 8-4 with Lamar Jackson as the starter, and could have been 12-0. I know it's hard to say that could have been, but he had 4 losses by 4 points or less to the Dolphins, Bills, Giants, and Jaguars. I think they're going to benefit from some home cooking early. Now, one of the things that I really like about the Ravens is I like the way their schedule sets up. when looking at the schedule here for the Ravens, I mean, opening game against the Texans at home, and they play the Bengals. That could be tough, But first home games against the Texans. Second home game is against the Colts, and then they've got road games against the Bengals, Browns, and Steelers. Then they play Tennessee in London. So they really do not face a non-division team. And I just say that because in this division, I think that home field advantage, they can still win on the road against Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh. They don't really play a road game against a team outside of their division until October 29th, and that's against Arizona. I think that the Ravens are going to get off to a strong start, and I think that they're going to get to 11 wins. So anyway, we're going to take over 9.5 wins with the Ravens. I think that they get to 11. Some of your sports books may have a little bit of less juice, over 10.5. I like over 10.5 for the Ravens. And finally, Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to go under. It's a juiced under, but I'm going to go under 11.5 for the Cincinnati Bengals here. And I don't think that they're going to fall too far below the mark. But I have the Bengals at 11-6. The year that they went to the Super Bowl, they went 10-7. They started off 4-4 last season before ending the season on an 8-game winning streak. And one thing here about the Bengals versus when comparing them against the Ravens, the Bengals have some tougher games on their schedule that the Ravens don't have to worry about. Both teams are playing the NFC West and the AFC South, which is a good thing there that should benefit them. But the Bengals have to go to Kansas City, and I know that they've had success against Kansas City in the regular season for the most part. But that's going to be a difficult game to deal with. They also are going to have to play the Buffalo Bills. They play the Jaguars on the road. They play the Vikings at home. That's not going to be an easy one. In those division games, Cleveland always plays Cincinnati tough. Long story short, I'm going to take the under 11.5. So for the AFC North, I've got the Bengals under 11.5 wins. I have the Ravens over 9.5 wins. I have the Steelers over 8.5 wins and the Browns under 9.5 wins. Best bets for this, I really love in order the Steelers over 8.5. Then it's going to be the Browns under 9.5. And then third would be the Ravens over 9.5. The reason that's only third for the Ravens, even though I really feel confident they get over 9.5, is because that's on Bet Rivers and it's minus 175. In most books, a lot of the other books are going to have that Ravens total at 10.5. So, sorry to ramble, get into that, but you can go ahead and check out the article, link in the description as well. We're going to be talking about the other divisions as well. God bless, good luck. You can also go on the website, use a 60% off promo code on football packages. They're available now, and you can go ahead and lock those in if you like. You can also follow me on Twitter at GetSportsStrong. Let's have a great day.